Hi, I'm Angie. Welcome to RV 360 by National Indoor RV Centers, where we have all the details on the latest coaches. NIRVC is a trusted resource with RV lifestyle specialists who are here to help you find your dream coach. NIRVC also supports you well after the sale with storage, service, and detailing. So basically, we do it all. Hi, I'm Angie with National Indoor RV Centers, and today I'm super excited to show you the 2026 Entegra Odyssey. Now we're going to go over the 30Z floor plan. I'm also going to show you the 24B, so make sure you hang on until you get to see that as well. Speaking of that, I am going to break this video down into chapters. So if you want to skip ahead to the interior, or if you want to skip ahead to the next floor plan, you can do that. Now, one of the things I love about doing these videos, I love to help you do your research. I love to help you pick your next coach or your first coach. But what I love to do even more is sell these coaches. So make sure you give us a call at National Indoor RV Centers. We have RV lifestyle specialists ready and waiting to help you to make the purchase super easy. We do financing, take in trades, consignments. We do it all to make it super easy. So make sure you give us a call. Now, I don't want to hear that we weren't in your area or in your state, because guess what? National Indoor RV Centers has a fly to buy program. So we will fly you and your significant other in one way to take delivery of your new coach. And then the great thing is we have 5 locations across the country. So as you're traveling in this beautiful coach, you can stop by if you ever need a part or service from us. We're there to help you. And lastly, let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Did you enjoy the video? Is there something that you would like to see more of? If there's something I missed, let me know, because my videos will only get better with your feedback. So the Odyssey is built on the robust Ford E450 chassis with the 7.3 liter V8 engine, 325 horsepower with 450 torque. So it's going to be great for towing and making those uphill climbs with no problem. The Odyssey has a one-piece fiberglass front cap and tough shell with a vacuum bonded laminated walls and roof, so that you don't have to worry about durability and leak protection. Also, with this one-piece seamless front cap, you get the automotive bonded panoramic window. That's a game changer for when you're inside the coach, because you're all about being outdoors and camping. So it really brings the outside in, and it really is one of the best panoramic windows on that front cap in the industry, and it's highly leak proof. At the very top, we have our 5 marker lights. Then we have the big panoramic window, the Entegra badging, and then we have our great windshield. This is where the trip begins for you, because it really starts once you get in that captain's chair. And then we've got the Ford emblem here in the front. Underneath the hood, we have our coolant and our brake fluid, our power management system or fuses for the coach. And then we have our power steering fluid, engine oil fill, and engine oil dipstick, transmission dipstick and fill, chassis batteries, and then we have our positive and our negative and our windshield washer fluid fill. Entegra has given us the E-rated highway tires for heavier loads. We have our external mirrors, and they are internally controlled. We have the nice extended step up here for ease of getting in and out of the vehicle. Side view camera, so when you turn on your left and right turn signals, you can see down the full side of your coach. Here at the entrance door, we get the powered step. So when we open the door, the step's going to come out. That's really nice. Also want to note that these are some big deals for this coach. So Entegra gives you the 2-year limited warranty and the 3-year structural warranty. The 2-year limited is double what most manufacturers are offering on their Class C units. So that's really great. And they've also added the catalytic converter theft protection. So that's great. These units have been known for thieves to try to get that. So giving you that extra protection is wonderful. You also get easy drive with your Odyssey. So you get the computer balance drive shaft, front and rear stabilizer, Hellwig helper springs, and the rubber isolated body mounts. Most of the manufacturers take those off when the chassis comes from Ford. Entegra reinstalls those rubber isolated body mounts to give you better ride and drive. This coach has these standard alloy graphics. You can also special partial paint. So we have our first storage compartment. Now I've got my measuring tape here so I can kind of give you an idea of the depth. So that's about 19.5 inches deep and 24 inches wide, 14 inches high, so that you kind of know what you can work with there. We also optioned in the solar panel option on this coach, and this is the solar panel controller. The option for solar panels gives you 200 watts on your roof. Entegra also gives us the frameless windows, which is really nice. That's an upgrade for this Class C and much better for leak protection. Then we have the vent for our microwave. Coming straight down, we have the exhaust for our furnace, and then we have the JBL speakers so that you can have great sound and music out here outside the coach, and it's also for your external TV. Speaking of the external TV, let's take a look. So I love this. We've got a little clip that holds the door up, so nice and secure. Then we have our 32-inch smart TV with that great JBL sound. Now with our TV out, we're gonna have a nice tailgate party. We need a little shade, right? Let's go ahead and extend that awning. Just inside the front door, we have the control for the awning, so we're gonna go ahead and put that out. Now with the awning fully extended, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on our exterior light. And our light is dimmable, so if it's a little bright, you can soften that light just by merely moving this little lever here. Just a little on awning safety. I love them. They provide a ton of shade, but on a windy day like today, it's pretty windy out here, I went ahead and brought it back in because I don't want to risk Mother Nature messing up my awning. So enjoy the awning in the shade if you're out and about around your coach, but once you leave, or if you're going to be inside for the night, go ahead and bring that awning back in. Here is our 9-gallon or 41-pound propane tank. Then we have the Dometic water heater. So this is a 6-gallon water heater. It's both electric and gas. Midship marker light, more storage below. So we have a nice deep compartment here. Looks like it's about the exact same size as the first compartment. Our exterior TV. Second JBL speaker, engine exhaust. Another nice big, this one is deeper. I can't quite reach the back. And we've got our low point drains in here as well. Quick connect, so you can connect your gas grill for a little barbecue. Our last marker light for the passenger side of the coach. And then we have a huge pass-through compartment here. So this is really, I'm going to go open the other side so you can see all the way through. This is a great compartment here. It's lit and you have access from the sides. As I come around the back, we've got the high marker lights, and then we've got the slide topper for our slide room. We've got the high brake light. That's really nice. So if you're towing something, make sure that it ensures that the cars behind you can see when you're braking. And then we have our rear view camera, brake lights on both sides, and we have the rear bumper. This is also serves a dual purpose because you just take that out and now you've got a spot to store your stinky slinky. The Ford engine is a little engine that could, because this has a 7,500 tow hitch. You've got 750 tongue weight and 450 torque. Our 7-way for the tow vehicle and for their lights. And then we have another access point to our pass-through storage compartment. So check out how big this is. I really love this feature. And you've got a lot of height here in the center of the pass-through. So it's about 30 inches tall here in the pass-through. And it is about 4 feet deep. So a really nice big compartment here. First marker light on the driver's side of the coach. And then inside this pass-through compartment, we also have the fixtures or the levers here for how we're gonna fill our freshwater tank. And then if we sanitize and winterize our lines. Nice big bedroom window. Then we have our external shower. I do love the external shower, especially if you've been hiking all day or at the beach, you can clean off before you go into the coach. We have our city water connection and our tank flush valve. Then we have our 55-gallon fuel tank. Here we have the connection for our stinky slinky right here, and then the T-bar for our black tank and our gray tank. Your freshwater tank is 43.5, your gray tank is 41 gallon, and your black tank is 31. Midship marker light, and then we have more storage, about the same size as the first two on the other side. Our low point drain, and then we've got the compartment for our 30 amp shore power cord. We also have a 1000 watt inverter, and then we have two 110 available outlets and our cable input. And there is a little door so you can thread your power cords for that, so you can close off this compartment. We have two nice big windows that open, so that's great. You get that cross breeze inside. And then we have more storage. Looks like it's about the same size as the two on the other side. Really a lot of storage, especially with that back pass-through area. I'm impressed with the amount of storage that you get on this 30Z. And then we've got our 4000 Awning generator and exhaust for the generator, and our side camera for the driver's side of the coach. So you've seen everything outside. Let's go check out the inside. As I step into the coach, I've got a great grab bar here so I can get safely in and out. Right below the steps are the house batteries. Then we have the main battery disconnect, awning control, exterior light, the power step on and off. Once you get to your campground, you want to go ahead and turn that off so that the step will just stay out and not come in and out every time you open the door. We've got the light for the main part of the coach, two 110 outlets. Here is the control for your auto leveling system by Lippert. So you just go to auto level or retract jacks. You can go to manual mode. You can connect an app so that you can do this by the app. Then you've got your calibration and your jack lights. Then we have the Go Power solar remote. So that's going to let you know what kind of amps you're bringing in on your solar panels, and our RV and propane gas alarm. Then we have a nice big storage compartment right when you walk in the door. I love that. Just inside the door to your right, you have your fire extinguisher. Now that is wonderful, so that you've got it if you need it from when you're outside or inside the coach. This is a 30-foot coach. I don't think that one fire extinguisher is sufficient. So go and check out my video on ProTang. It's a fire suppression system sold exclusively by National Indoor RV Centers. We only sell products that we truly, truly believe in. So you can give us a call today. We can give you a custom quote for your coach. You can do specific areas, or you can do the entire coach. So we have a control panel right when we walk into the coach. We've got our generator hours, and we can start and stop the generator. This is to extend the slide in the living room and the slide in the bedroom. Then we've got the tank heaters, so you can turn those on here, your water pump, your gas, and your electric for your water heater. So you can go just with electric, just with gas, or you can do both. And then you've got your battery levels, fresh tank, black tank, and gray tank. Storage above. It's a great place to put your keys and some of those things that you need as you go in and out of the coach. Check out how roomy it is in this 37Z. This is the Ashbrook decor package. I think it's lovely. You can add a few colors of your own to kind of create your own space. But you do have seat belts for 8. So 2 in the booth, 2 in the forward-facing booth with child seat tethers as well, and then 1 in each theater seat, and then your captain's chairs. I've gone ahead and swiveled the captain's chairs around, so that gives you seating for 2 more people. And then of course, look, we've got this great bunk area for the kiddos, actually even for adults. It's big enough, and it has the weight rating for adults. So my son-in-law plays in the NFL. I could get 2 NFL players up there because the weight rating is 750 pounds. That's, I think, the most for any overhead bunk that I'm aware of. So we've got the holders for our telescoping ladder. I love that most manufacturers have gone to this telescoping ladder. It's way smaller, so you can put it in a cabinet in the back of the bedroom, and then you just put it right inside there. It's that easy. And then I'm going to go ahead and get up just to show you that an adult I can fully sit up. My head, I mean, I can make it touch. But that's nice that you've got that much headroom up here. So I really like that. Again, it will hold 750 pounds, so I'm safe. And then in the back here, we have the 2 110 outlets, 2 USB charging ports, cup holder, cargo net, and more storage. And on the other side, we've got the cup holder, cargo net with storage, and more storage. And then check out that big window. I absolutely love it. It's powered, so the panoramic view, so great view for the kids, bringing that outside in. Then we have the light switch for the overhead bunk and the power window shade. So you can just easily black that out when it's bedtime, or if the kiddos want to sleep under the stars, you can keep it open. Now, if you want more headroom here as you get in and out of the cab, or with your captain's chairs turned around so that you have the ability, you can just flip that extra part of the mattress right like that. Super easy. Then if you want some privacy, you've got a privacy drape that goes all the way across. And we have a privacy drape for below, so if you want to make sure it gets really dark and nice in the coach. This is super easy. It's just Velcro, and then you just attach it to these Velcro tabs. You also have blackout shades for the front cab area that I'll show you when I get into the cab area. So really you can make this very private and black it all out. And Entegra provides you with this cargo net. So if you want to just use this overhead bunk for storage, you'll have a little stopper here to keep everything safe. Or if you want that, feel more secure with the kiddos up there too, you've got a little barrier so that no one falls off the bed. As we head into the dining room area, our booth dinette, we have a nice comfy booth, and we've got easy blackout shades. You just pull those down. We also have windows that open and they just tilt out, so you can actually have them open if it's raining outside, which is really nice. You have storage under each booth, and I'll show you that in a second. And then this also makes into a bed. So 2 cup holders there. You'll notice this is a legless table, which is great, so you're not going to hit a leg as you try to scoot in and out of the booth. And you're just going to lift up the cushions. Storage. More storage. So all you need to do is lift it up, pull it forward, and then it pushes down and back to become the base. Just push your extra cushion in, and it's just super easy. We option in the theater seating. That's a very popular option just because they're so comfortable. Above the theater seating, we've got storage. So no divider in there, so lots of space. It's pretty deep. And underneath the cabinets, we have the light control for the dinette area, 2 110 outlets, and then our reading lights. Then sit in the comfy theater seating. You just pull the tab there and they get nice and comfortable. Storage here for all your remotes, 2 cup holders, and then we have 2 110 outlets here to the side of the theater seats. So directly across from the theater seating, you've got great viewing for the 50-inch smart TV. Really nice. And a bonus here, you've got a little release. So once you release that, you can pull that TV out and turn it so that our folks in the booth and even the bunk bed can see the TV. So that's really nice that they gave you that extra little feature. And then it just stores right back in and you just lock it in place. Above that, we've got great storage, nice and deep. Our control for our front AC unit and heat. And then we've got storage below here. We also have our HDMI cables, our satellite, line 1 and 2 input, 2 110 outlets, and then one of my favorite features is the fireplace. The fireplace is the quickest way to warm up your coach, plus you use the park's electricity. So turn it on, you've got a remote control, or you've got the power button here. You can change the flame color, set the temperature, put it on a timer. So I really love that feature. And then we have the JBL control for radio, for your TV. So you're going to have great sound in this Odyssey. And you get the 2 JBL speakers here in the ceiling. Make sure you notice the beautiful mirror. Just makes this look bigger and more open. Plus you can check out your outfit, and then we can head right into the kitchen. So here we have the new pressed countertops. They look really nice. This kind of farmhouse look. Great valance. Again, we can just bring our shade down easily if we need to. Nice big storage cabinet. So underneath the kitchen cabinets, we have the light control for here, and then we have the accent lighting in the coach. So that's kind of nice at night. You can just have that accent lighting on instead of all the bright LED lights. And then we have our wireless charging pad, but there's more. Push it, pull it up, and you've got your tower of power. So 2 110 outlets. So your coffee pot, your blender, you've got the outlets for them here. USB and USB-C, and then you just push that little red button in and push it away when you're done. Then we have our microwave. Above that, more storage. Oh, and check out one of my favorite things, the backsplash. Isn't that nice? Kind of gives it that elevated look. I love that. Then we have our 3-burner gas cooktop, and we just fold that cover right like that. Super easy. When we're done using it, fold it back down. And we have an oven, folks. We're in business. We've been making some cookies in here. And then we have all these drawers. And then 2 more nice sized drawers. Oh, and I forgot to show you. We've got the little cutting board here and our drying rack. I love these because they fold up nice, so you can just lay them over the sink, put your pots and pans out here to dry. Then when you're done, just rolls up and goes away. And then one more really nice full extension drawer. We have the Furrion refrigerator, nice size, and freezer. So as I go into the bathroom area, we do have a privacy door. So we just going to unhook it right here. So it's in kind of travel mode, and then pull that shut. So we've got privacy, and then we have great storage. So big compartment here, another big compartment, and another huge compartment. So a lot of storage. I love this. This is great, look, coach. And then we have our vanity area here. Nice big mirror, great medicine cabinet, and we've got 2 110 outlets here. Our light for the bathroom, our stainless steel sink, and water controls. More storage. And we do have another privacy door. So we can totally shut off the bathroom from the bedroom and from the living room. So here is our hallway light, our bedroom light, the bedroom slide in and out. So you've got 2 buttons for that, one up front and then one here. Your inverter control, so you can turn it on and off from here, and then you have your power control system, so it will shed the load as needed. I'm going to head into the potty room and shower. So we've got our toilet with the pedal control. We have the bath fan control and the bath light. And then I'm going to step up into the shower. So plenty of room in the shower, glass closure, and then you've got your lock here for travel mode. So if you don't have a checklist for your coach, you should have a checklist for outside the coach and inside before you take off. This is one of those things you want to double check. Make sure it's locked so that this isn't banging around as you're driving. So if you don't have a checklist, feel free to email me at Angie@nirvc.com. I'll send you mine. You can add it to yours, make it perfect, but I'm happy to help out that way. And then up here, we've got our skylights. We've got extra height. I do love this too. We have like a little, I'd say clothesline, or, where you can hang clothes if you want to dry them. You've got your shower head here, so handheld, and the faucet controls a little spot for your shampoos. So really nice. Welcome to the master bedroom. So we've got the queen size bed. We have our own AC unit, so you're going to sleep nice and cool and comfortable. And then we've got our reading lights, so just push button controls and you can direct those. I love that we have a padded headboard there. So again, everything, it's going to feel like, comforts of home. You've got storage here. You have the wireless charging pad, and you also have 2 USB ports, storage here, and 2 110 outlets. And I do love that you have like a nice area here if you've got to put a CPAP machine or something, and you kind of have a end table. And then this nice big window. That's one of the things I love about gas coaches is that you get these big windows back in the bedroom, so you get to wake up to the ocean or the mountains or the beautiful camp wherever you are. This is also your emergency egress window. Then we have two 110 outlets here, two more here, and we've got a cable input here, and you could mount a TV bracket here so that you can have a TV in this room, controls for your HVAC, and then drawer. On the left side of the bed, we have more storage, another nightstand. We have the wireless charging pad plus the two USB ports. And then you have two 110 outlets, another window, and we've got a little spot to hang towels or hooks or, clothes, whatever we want. And more storage. Look at that. So you have your wardrobe. You can even pull it out a little bit if you need to. I've got the cargo net in here. The ladder has a little holding spot there. So I like that it has a dedicated spot. That's a huge compartment. And then we have 1, 2, 3 drawers. And then we have our fuses and breaker box. So I always like to show the floor plan with the slides in. What's great about this floor plan is that you can fully sleep on your rear mattress, get to your bathroom 100% without taking the slide out. Now you don't have that walk around space, and then check out the amount of space you have inside the coach. It's a ton. So obviously you can get into every cabinet, refrigerator, freezer. You can have a crock pot here, cooking dinner on the stove. So really nice, tons of space with the slides in. Here in the cockpit, we've got very comfortable front seats. So we've got our backrest control here, and then we can just manually move it forward and back. And then there's a little lever over to the side, which allows you to rotate your chair into the living room. So storage, your handle, pull the door shut, your auto window controls, and your lock and unlock. So we have our lever here to release the front hood, our park brake, and then we just pull this to release it. We have our auxiliary start. So that's when you're going to pull your chassis and house batteries together. So you come back to your coach and you can't get it to start. Go ahead and tie your chassis and house batteries together, give you enough power to start your engine. So that's a great little button. Then we have the dim and brighten for your front dash, your light control, so off, running lights, headlights, and then auto. The lever to adjust your steering column and then just lock it into place. You've got the lever here, so your turn signals up and down, flash your brights, keep your brights on, and then you've got your windshield wiper controls, and then push in for your windshield wiper fluid. So here we have the controls for our cruise control. So we turn it on and off here, set and increase our speed, decrease our speed, resume and cancel. These are the controls for our main menu on our dash. So we have our main menu, driver assist. I can click in here. So you have the program range set. You can lock into there. When you are driving, you can limit the number of gears that you have access to. When you're towing, then you have your engine hours, engine idle hours, voltmeter, maintenance monitor. So you have your TPMS here, tire pressure monitoring system, settings, so your vehicle, your lighting, locks, forward pass, wiper control, display settings, so units and temperature, tire pressure, PSI or KPA, language, trip 1 information, and you can scroll through that. Same with trip 2, fuel economy. So they're getting 7.2 miles per gallon. And then we're back to driver assist. Then we have our tow haul mode. That's if we're towing something heavy. So we can click in. When we click in, we see the little trailer come up on our screen. And this will decrease the interval between the gears shifting. And you can manually shift gears here plus and minus. And then obviously this is going to be your transmission control for reverse, neutral, drive. And then you can go into manual, and that's where you'll use your plus and minus. So we have our great Sony display screen here. It's nice and big. We have our radio control, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, our rear camera, settings. This is where you can customize your screen, all your apps, USB, HDMI, camera 1, camera 2. You can Bluetooth your phone, and you can add other devices right there. So it's nice and big and clear. I do love that. And then you've got your home button, volume control, seek buttons, and then your voice command. Just a little storage spot behind that, and more storage here. Also with this, you can do Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Your controls for your HVAC, your hazards, charging port for USB-C and USB, then your traction control, 110 outlet, and USB outlet. 3 cup holders, and then miscellaneous storage here and below. And then on the passenger side, you've got the glove compartment, and you've got little spots for storage above. So I went ahead and put the blackout shades in. Super easy, one piece. You just put it behind the rear view mirror. It's really just for watching your people in the back of the coach. And then you've got a little helpful hint. You've got a D for driver's side. They magnet into place, and then I usually just shut the door to secure them. I promised you a quick peek of the 24B. So here it is on the exterior. You still get that exterior TV, your propane tank, storage, more storage, more storage. So then we've got the driver's side. So our tank sizes on the 24B are 42.5 on your freshwater, 41 on your gray, 30 on your black, and you've got your shower, your fuel fill, nice big storage compartment here. It's really tall, plus it's deep and it is lit. Sure power cord, generator, and then you're gonna have another storage compartment. So look at how nice and roomy this 24B is. It doesn't feel like a 24-foot coach because it's so big here in the living room. So we still have our great kitchen, galley kitchen. I'll go through the cabinets in just a second, but check out that bunk area. You've got your TV up there for the full living room area that's going to release, and then you can angle that towards the dinette. Again, great bunk area, just like in the last one. And then we've got the U-shaped dinette here. I've got it made into the bed, so you can see how you can get another sleeping area. Nice big windows. Let's check out the kitchen. So lots of storage. Microwave, 3-burner gas cooktop, oven, look at all that storage in your kitchen. Freezer and refrigerator right across. Storage with the pull-out drawers. That's really nice. So you got a nice pantry here. Mirrored wardrobe there, or pantry, however you'd like to use it. Really nice deep drawers. Queen size bed with storage above. Now when you do bring that slide in, you've got to flip the mattress up, and you're also going to see that you've got more storage here, which is great. Look how big and massive that wardrobe is. You've got the spot for your telescoping ladder and 4 nice sized drawers. Privacy drape for the bedroom, and then really nice size bathroom here. You've got a window that always makes it feel bigger. Medicine cabinet with nice mirror. Sink. Flip down. And then nice big shower for this 24-foot coach. So I always like to show the floor plan with this slides in. You can see that you're not going to be able to sleep on your bed, but you can have full access to the bathroom, your refrigerator, pantries, all the space in the kitchen, your booth, so plenty of room when slides are in. All right, it's time for the best part, the test drive. So that's one of the things at National Indoor RV Centers is we want you to come and test drive the coach. We want to make sure you get in the perfect coach for you. That way you're going to be happier longer and you're going to be happier with us. So make sure you do that. Driving a Class C is no big deal. It's basically like driving a big truck. Your tires are out in front of you, so you don't have to change anything. You are a little bit bigger, so you fit in the lane. You're just going to use your mirrors to watch your rear end and make sure that you don't clip the corners and that you're clear. But other than that, it's really not too hard. And then we've got our great rear view camera. We've got our side cameras when I turn my blinker. So lots of help as we're driving. So let's go ahead and get started. So one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was the Music City Motorhome Expo. So mark your calendar for the end of May, 1st of June every year. We have this expo that we hold in Lebanon, Tennessee, which is outside of Nashville. And it's where all the major manufacturers debut their new model year coaches. The manufacturers all provide their engineers, their product developers. A lot of the presidents come. So it's a place where you can come to a show, get all your questions asked and answered in a relaxed environment because we cap the attendance. We don't want there to be huge crowds. We really want it to be a VIP shopping experience. And one of the things that's totally unique to the expo is the fact that you can test drive any coach that we have on display. So it's a great place to make your buying decision, period, end of story. Plus, it's a lot of fun. So we have a lot of RVers that come that are looking for their next coach or their first coach. And then we provide all their food and drink and entertainment. So this year it's Sarah Evans and Scotty McQuarrie. Last year it was Diamond Rio, Josh Turner. So it's a great event. Your ticket price is applied to your purchase for an entire year. So if you don't find something exactly what you want at the expo, we're happy to order you something, or you can look at our used inventory, our consignment inventory, anything that we have on the ground at any of our locations. And again, your ticket price is applied to your purchase for an entire year. So it's a no-brainer. It costs you nothing to come have a great time, learn all you can about your RVs, and make your buying decision. If you want more information, just go to the website, musiccitymotorhomeexpo.com. Or you can go to National Indoor RV Center's website, NIRVC.com, and look under the events tab. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get on the freeway here. So it's a little bit noisier just because we have a front engine in this Class C until you get up to touring speed, cruising speed. So I'm going to enter the freeway here, check my mirrors. I've got my rear view camera on so I can see what's going on behind me. Go ahead and get on the road. So couple of things that make this ride and drive really nice, like I mentioned, the computer balanced drive shaft, the front and rear stabilizer, the Hellweg helper springs, the rubber mounts that come from the factory that Entegra reinstalls. All those things help for a nice smooth ride and drive. So it's a little busy on the freeway today, but I'm going to go ahead and get up to speed. I'm going to turn on my cruise control and set it. And now you just get to sit back and enjoy the ride. The other thing that you should always do, whether in your Class A, Class C, is hug the left side of the lane that you're in. More bad things happen on the right, potholes, street signs, tree limbs. You want to do everything you can to protect your coach. So if you know me, I always do the decibel reader. It is 66.1. I'm super impressed. That's very quiet for a Class A gas, because the engine's in front, so there's a little bit more noise, but I can easily have a conversation with my co-pilot here. It's a nice ride and drive. This is a fun vehicle because it's great for families. If you want to take the kids along, you've got the overhead bunk. I think you got seat belts for maybe, let's see, 8. I believe 8 in this. So you've got your 2 booth seat belts, the theater seats, and the captain's chair. So You can take the kids and their friends, the grandkids and mom and dad, or just the grandkids. Kind of more fun sometimes just with the grandkids, right? The other thing that I want to tell you about is the AIM Club. So AIM is our all-inclusive motorhome club. When you purchase a coach from National Indoor RV Centers, you are a member. We cover your dues for the first year, and then you're eligible for some service discounts, and you're eligible to attend our rallies. And our rallies are like out of this world rallies, sort of like a cruise in your coach. Our events team is tasked with finding really nice parks and then activities around those parks that are unique to the area. So it's not something that you may have been to that park before in that area before, but you may not have done what our team finds because they're that good. So it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to get out and use your coach, also meet friends, and get a lot of tips and tricks from seasoned RVers, which saves you a lot of learning on your own. And one thing that I love about the RV community is that they are so helpful. I always say, if you get to a park and you're having a problem parking or you need a tool, you just kind of have to sit out in front of your coach with like a thought, concerned look on your face, and you're going to have all these people just gather around you and see if they can help you. So it really is a great community. Now at National Indoor RV Centers, we do pretty much everything. And as you use your coach, stuff happens and you might have a boo-boo. You might get in a little fender bender or someone may clip you. If that happens, your first call should be to National Indoor RV Centers. Our paint and body department is amazing. They'll help you with your insurance and we'll get you fixed up as good as new, if not better than new. They really do a great job. So I'm taking pretty tight turns right now, getting on, it's like a circular on-ramp for the freeway. And I'm telling you, this really isn't any harder to drive than a truck. I'm watching my mirrors. Big semis are passing me right now. I don't feel a push. I'm super impressed. This is a great way to see the country. Great way for your kids to see the country, grandkids. It's just, there's nothing like learning about Gettysburg at Gettysburg. So I just came from a DC rally that we had with our AIM Club, and I saw all these kids out there at the monuments and learning the history, and there's just nothing like that. And that's what the RV life, opens up your world to, doing a lot of those things on site. Now I do have a series. If you're new to RVing, I take a trip. It's in a Class A diesel, but much of the things that I talk about would be applicable to a Class C as well. So I plan the trip. I head out on the trip. I go from Georgia to Louisiana to Texas, and kind of document my whole route. So I set up camp, I break down camp, cook in the RV as we're going down the road. So if you're new to RVing, that might be a series you may want to watch and get some helpful information. And then if you want any of the extra information from that series, you can just email me at Angie@nirvc.com. I hope you've enjoyed my tour today at the 2026 Entegra Odyssey 30Z and the little snapshot of the 24B. Now the 30Z, I'm sure you're wondering what this coach would cost you. So current MSRP is $185,523. Now make sure you never pay MSRP. And remember, with our volume and economies of scale, RVs simply cost less with National Indoor RV Centers. Make sure you give us a call. We have RV lifestyle specialists that are ready and waiting to help you. So we want to make the buying process fun and enjoyable and easy. So we do financing, we take in trades, we do consignments. Literally, we take care of everything. And then we even have that fly to buy program. So we'll fly you in. So we've thought of everything. Give us a call. We'll take care of you. We want customers for life. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, please hit the like and subscribe. Also check out my RVing 101 series, our paint and body, and our AIM Club. Thanks so much for watching and have a fabulous day.